up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the B3 Podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C. I got Matt GPT. We got Tanner the Head. We got our show sponsors, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at elitenutritionomaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln and yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
We also have Rosewood Block to make the best cutting boards in barbecue. Fully customizable. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well. And we also have Omaha Barbell, the real Midwest mecca of strength. Stop in, check it out for a great time.
When's the last time somebody come in and yelled B3?
The people do every once in a while. Usually when it's like, they're like, I kind of need a shaker. And then they'll just yell it.
Nice.
Are there companies that make insulated shakers besides those rain ones?
Yeah.
Because those are fucking great.
Gronk has his own.
That's the rain one, the ice shakers.
Oh, ice shaker. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice shaker does the best.
Yeah.
A lot of them make those insulated shakers, but I think ice shaker's the best. Just public service announcement, don't put that thing in the dishwasher or it's no longer an insulated shaker.
Why?
Because it breaks the vacuum seal in between.
Oh.
So, like, it's still going to keep things colder than a regular shaker because it's metal. But if you want it to, like, really hold, like, that 24, 48 hour of ice thing, like, any of those things, whatever, don't dishwasher them.
Don't dishwasher them. Good to know.
Which is, like, as a guy, everything goes in the dishwasher. So,
Yeah.
or you don't wash it, you just keep using it.
Yeah.
That's mostly what most of my shakers are. I can't remember the last. Just rinse them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially these stainless steel ones don't get the funk in them.
Right.
Also, we're 2 weeks out from the Edco and Classic Super Meet. 2 weeks out, May 10th. Lifting starts at 9. Spectators are welcome for $10. It's cheap. There's going to be food, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips,
Glizzies.
Chris is the old glizzy guzzler over here. So.
Found the warm spot on the grill, ready for the glizzies.
And then Tanner's wife will be here selling sourdoughs and
She's going to have some, like,
snacks, treats.
She'll have some treats.
Oh, that shit's so good.
So that'll be here also. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
How you're not like 400 pounds with all the shit she makes and how good it is.
It is ridiculous. So she made bear claws, and like the first time she made them, they didn't turn out like she wanted them to. So like we had like 24 bear claws sitting in the house. I'm like, fuck my life.
Well, it looks like we're bulking.
Yeah.
Every time I just think of that Chris Farley scene, I've got a bear claw lodged right here.
They were good. She had never made them before, and it's like I didn't even know what a bear claw was.
Really?
Like I've seen them, but I didn't know that there was like almond paste in the middle of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then like she makes her almond paste. Like she boiled a bunch of almonds, and then I had to we were sitting there, both of us were sitting there fucking de-skinning almonds for what felt like a lifetime. For her to make everything she does is like cinnamon chips, she makes them. Like she makes them, she makes the thing, she bakes them, she puts them in little things, and she it's a fucking process. Like if you're getting some from her, just know that it is probably as from scratch as you can get.
Wow.
So that'll be the dessert portion.
Yeah. Yeah, come check it out. It'll be a good time. Powerlifting, strongman, all in one.
Are we all going to be there? Everybody's going to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be by the door.
Autographs.
Yeah, autographs are welcomed.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, not from us. Like, we want other people's autographs.
Here, sign this check for me. Yeah, thank you. Is this yours?
It's Saturday. It's the are they in fourth and fifth rounds of the draft today?
Yep.
So 1 through 3. Is there any real surprises?
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody knew that Cam Ward was going to go first.
Yeah. Just me personally, I didn't think there was a first round quarterback in this draft.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think any of them are good enough.
They said the crop next year is supposed to be better.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, though, there are only how many NFL starting quarterbacks are there?
32.
Right. So.
And how many teams have big money quarterbacks right now? Probably over half the team.
Well, but how many teams have what you would call an elite level quarterback? I think if you get to 10, you might be stretching it.
We've gone through this conversation before.
It's not a ton, right? So being that elite level NFL quarterback is a rarity. That's why the teams that win Super Bowls have that. Like, it is not like Tom Brady. Like, if it's not for Tom Brady, the Patriots don't win all those Super Bowls. It's not to say that everyone else isn't important. He's just the most important.
Yeah, I mean, quarterback definitely makes. But there hasn't been.
Why are we talking about quarterbacks?
Because
I thought we were just talking about the NFL
he
draft.
was the first pick. Cam Ward was.
Well, but I thought
Are we trying to ease into this? Shedeur fell like a fucking brick in the ocean.
I asked my second lover why, and
Matt has a relationship with his ChatGPT.
it's our 2nd-month anniversary tomorrow.
can you name it?
You can. I haven't named.
Did you give it that female voice that was talking to
I
me
did.
earlier?
Like, you can.
If it was
pick
gonna have a
from-
dude voice, that was gonna be a little.
You can pick from 8 different voices, and this was the least stupid one. I asked if she could be like meaner, a little BDSM type, and she said no. Obviously, she wouldn't get frisky with me earlier.
She turned you down. Matt got shot
I
down
got
by
shot down by
ChatGPT.
I didn't want to.
Matt can't even pick up. I
I didn't even want like over the closed boob touch. I just wanted her to talk dirty.
You probably got to pay for the high dollar one.
Probably. I bet if
The
you
next
get the
level.
unlimited one,
Yeah.
she'll do all kinds of stuff. So according to GPT, Shedeur fell unexpectedly for a number of on and off field concerns. So the on field concerns were a high sack rate, arm strength and athleticism concerns, tendency to hold the ball, and limited downfield passing. Off-field factors are pre-draft interviews, influence of Deion Sanders, and perceived entitlement.
Ooh.
A little
And
harsh.
There's a whole lot of other stuff there, but
That's pretty much what the NFL Combine thing said about his weaknesses. Is basically what ChatGPT said.
Well, he fades. Just okay, from a quarterback perspective, we all saw him. He fades backwards, right?
Yeah.
So you go backwards. It's one thing when you're playing Texas Tech or Kansas. It's a completely different thing when you're playing the fucking NFL, where you have people that weigh 300 plus pounds running 4.6
just
40s.
as fast.
Faster, probably. And we don't know what his combine speed is because he didn't fucking run. No, he didn't run at the combine or the pro day. He never ran a 40. He didn't do any drills. The only thing he did was throw in shorts at his pro day. It's the only thing he did.
When do you do that?
Because he is that second part
The
where it says he's
entitled?
entitled. Yeah, that was that.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to. Again, it would be hard to be the kid playing the same sport of someone who was as great as his dad, like Michael Jordan's kids. You know what I mean? When someone is that great and you're going to try to play the same sport as them, you're already going to have like a little bit of a target on your back because everybody thinks you should be just as good,
At
which
least,
is
at least I think the difference, at least for him, is like it's a different position. Like if he was trying to play the exact same position, they'd be like, "Oh shit, that's some big shoes to fill."
yeah.
But yeah, I get it. Like your dad has already set this high level of athleticism.
I mean, the name
Pure
is
athleticism.
and the older son learned that too. He went to SMU and he was a corner and he didn't do anything.
But kind of, but that happens in the NFL all the time. There are a lot of dads who played in the NFL and their kids come in.
But they're
it's-
usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the Mannings. But how many people have kids that you don't know that don't do anything in that sport? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, 100%.
Maybe they're not as good or they're just like
Well, getting in the NFL isn't like winning a lottery ticket. Like, it doesn't fucking happen. And like, it is not easy.
I think the crazy one is when you get like a whole family like the Watts, how they're all good. Because
And-
even the youngest brother played for a little while for the Patriots or something, didn't he? Wasn't there 3 of them?
Yeah.
There's JJ and TJ.
JJ and TJ, yeah.
And the other one was like a tight end or something, wasn't he, for the Patriots
I don't remember.
for a little bit? But yeah, that's always impressive too. And wasn't there another Gronkowski out there too? Did his brother play?
That'd be terrifying.
But yeah, I think that would be hard also.
Yeah, it's really hard to get in the NFL. But, like, when you're questionable on field, when
And the
your arms,
Kelseys, I mean, I guess get the Kelsey brothers too. I mean, that's also, yeah.
when your arm strength isn't great, and then like your dad makes the Colorado football team attend your shitty rap concert, right? And then like you have all this flash and dash all the time, and then you have the audacity to have your fucking number retired at Colorado, whether that's him or Colorado or whatever. have enough self-awareness to say no thank you. Not the week before the fucking draft when my overall record is like 14-10 or 14. I mean, it's not good. Like he was, I think, 4-8 last year and maybe like 10-4 this year. So like 14-12, like are we retiring jerseys for 14-12 and an 8th place finish at the fucking Heisman voting?
Well, like I said, they did Travis Hunter's, but Travis Hunter won the Heisman. He's like a generational player that he played like every snap both ways.
Yeah.
But now there's other people that played at Colorado that probably should have got their numbers retired before that. But at least I'll give Travis Hunter, like, he's a pretty exceptional kid.
It shouldn't have happened right then anyways. That's not smart by Dion. Dion and the PR team for Shedeur hyped him up too much before earning anything.
Well, they tried the old LeVar Ball
Yes.
when he did it with his kids. But he got all of his kids in the NBA, though. Not for very long, though.
I one of them still play for the
13 and
Pelicans.
12.
Huh?
He was 13-12.
Okay, yeah, 13-12.
And what, lost like no bowl games, right?
They would have had a bowl game last year.
He
They
did
lost.
set over 100 school records.
Yeah,
Set up.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, but over the years, Colorado probably had some good teams over the.
Can you think
They
of,
were
can you think of a good quarterback that's ever been at Colorado? I can't think of one.
Cordell Stewart, I guess.
Slash.
I mean,
Or what the Detmer?
Ty Detmer.
No.
Coy.
Coy
played-
Detmer.
Ty Detmer played for BYU, but
Yeah.
it could have been his brother.
But I think Coy Detmer played there. I mean, I'm not saying they're great, but I mean, Slash was. I mean, they won the national title.
Yeah.
But they were complete garbage leading up to that, and they've been complete garbage since then. Like they had that time in the '90s when who was their coach? He was good.
I'm the wrong person on that side.
Even GPT doesn't think it was the right thing to do.
What?
Retire the number.
No, it's just not a smart move. It just shows entitlement. And if you're going to go in, so like you're coming into an NFL team of 53, 50, 55, whatever their roster size is, 55 grown-ass men, right? A lot of them are getting paid not much. Like we all know the big contracts, but you don't know all the other ones. And I guess not much is all relative. If they're getting paid $500,000 or
Well, what's league minimum now? League
but
minimum's-
rookies, but like rookie contracts, like the quarterback for San Francisco,
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, like his whole contract for 3 years was $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, not everybody's
Now,
making big money.
once again, I understand that $1 million for 3 years, most of us would take.
Yes.
Okay, but in the NFL, that's not much money. Like you're not doing whatever you want. You don't have, Patrick Mahomes money.
I mean, you're basically making like $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which there's regular people out here that make $300,000 a year on like a regular.
to play football, though.
Yeah, but like once again, relative. It's it's all relative to the other people in your. There are other people in your locker room making $40 million a year, and that's not usually the way we're all rolling around. Like some people can make $300,000. You may know a lot of people who make $300,000 a year. You don't know very many people that you don't know from TV that make $40 million a year.
Rookies are 840.
840,000.
Practice squad is anywhere from 230 to 400.
That's come a long ways, the old practice squad.
Yeah,
Practice squad used to be like $40,000.
yeah.
But yeah, and so that has not panned out well for him. Obviously, they went through all 3 rounds now,
Yeah, every team's drafted at least 3 times.
if not more. And the Raiders had 3 picks in the 3rd round, and I thought for sure
Yeah.
they were going to take him.
Do you think some of the teams don't want to deal with the Deion Sanders hype either? I mean, he's basically like NFL royalty, and then you probably don't want to deal with all the hype.
I mean, it's really hard for me to because I love him as a player, but I just
Yeah.
don't. Then is he going to show up like is he going to leave
Try to start,
Colorado
yeah,
and try
running
to be,
shit or
Try to have
yeah.
like influence in the team and stuff.
Yeah. Do they want like a daddy coach?
Right.
And just understand that Shedeur has never earned a spot. I'm not saying he did deserve, he just never had to earn a spot. His dad coached him all the way through 7-on-7. They had like a national 7-on-7 team. They went to Jackson State. He's a starting quarterback. They go to Colorado. He's a starting quarterback. He's never had to really fight. The job's always been his.
Now they do say, and I haven't looked at this. They say he has like actually pretty decent stats.
Yeah, he does. But it's also in an age where, like, once again, college football, spread people out, hit Travis Hunter in open space does not happen in the NFL.
That's what it pretty much said in the combine, that he's never went up against NFL caliber receiver.
I mean, as bad
or
as Nebraska was,
quarterback.
Nebraska gave him problems.
We beat the shit out of them.
Well, speaking of that, you think Ty Robinson's going to go anytime?
I mean, selfishly, like you and I were talking about the Chiefs pick. Like the Chiefs took like a backup. There was someone who was a rotational player at Tennessee, and I know he has numbers, but I'm like, that would for me. I was like, why don't you just fucking take Ty
Well,
Robinson?
especially a lot of D linemen have gone this year. There was like, what they said last night, the 11th D lineman got picked or something like that, and that's the most in recent time or whatever.
Yeah,
that many.
there's a lot of good D linemen, but that like Abdul, like number 3, like the Giants, and I was actually thinking, like the Giants, would they've been good? They've had good D lines, right? And for that freaking Abdul Carter is a player.
Yeah, and not that you can't be successful being drafted late or being undrafted. And
Tom Brady was a 6th or 7th round draft pick.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting. Like we were talking before, how is this going at the Sanders residence right now? Is it you've lied to me this whole time and told me I was great,
No.
and now someone professionally is telling me I'm not? Or is it what's wrong with these teams? Like, why is nobody picking me? These people are idiots. I mean, sometime you got to come to a realization.
So the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
No, I know. What do you think? Like he's thinking though.
Well, no, he thinks everyone's out to get him. I guarantee you, he's going to take a victim mentality on this, and that's what we were talking about. Like, are you going to buck up and earn your spot, or are you going to fold and end up being someone who never played in the NFL?
Are you going to go to wherever you go and have an attitude and just be like, I can't believe this is, I shouldn't be here. I should have got drafted sooner, blah, 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 blah. Or are you going to go there and be like, all right, I'm going to show you guys what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he's got enough to where he can go somewhere and show everybody what they missed out on.
But he's going to have to do something he's never done in his life.
Earn his spot.
And that's shut the fuck up and play football.
Hey, maybe you can play in the USFL or whatever that thing's called now, the UFL.
It seems like every other year that turns
Shuts down for a year.
Yeah, it starts
XFL?
back up and
No, they
spells
merged
something.
with the USFL. Now I think they're the UFL.
Oh.
The one that Adrian Martinez played in.
Yeah. I mean, they have some weird fucking rules, man. It is like you can get like a 3-point, there's like a 3-point extra point.
But some people get that second shot in there. I mean, look at Martinez. He got,
Yeah.
you know.
And then I think he was back. He was like a third string on. Was he third string on the Jets or something? Last
I think he's still with the Jets. I mean, at least his Instagram shows he's still at the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't wear Jet stuff around if I wasn't.
Right.
You play for the Jets? Oh no, sorry.
No,
I just haven't got rid of the stuff yet.
Yeah.
This is
It was
an old
free. It
girlfriend
was
shit.
free. I'm doing yard work. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I mean, even at that point, maybe I just wear some giant, or just a New York hat, just a hat that says New York.
Just like the city, like NYC.
Yeah. Yeah. The draft. It's. How about that kid from the Steelers? You see that? His mom died like right after he got drafted.
Oh, I did see that.
That sucks.
Damn.
The NFL draft. I mean, it is.
Dude, I was watching one of the first round guys, and like, he's at home, and there's like 300 people there, and I was like, oh, man, he's gonna have to cash flow all those people now.
The NFL draft has turned into like a spectacle. It's not. It's just kind of a. I don't even like watching it anymore because it's kind of. I don't know. I don't like what it's turned into. I guess it's like a big party. I don't. I'm not really.
Did you watch the first round at all?
I did. I watched about 5 minutes of it, and then
So
they
one pick
came
'cause
out.
they all get 5 minutes.
Yeah, they came out. There's, I can't remember who it was. A couple of women came out and they were talking about how they're going to be releasing some.
Oh, the schedule.
And I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Oh, dude, people are huge on schedule release.
I mean, I'm like, who cares? They're like, oh, we're gonna have a new, and I don't know. I don't like the way the draft is now. I just like the way it was the old way, where everyone just talked about what was possibly going to happen, and then Roger Goodell comes out and does the pick, and then
Everybody boos them still.
yeah,
I'm watching in there. They have that whole back room set up. There's like all those little, each like kid has their own like couch area. And I'm sitting there thinking, what do you do with all them couches when this is over? There's like 50 couches. I'm like, what do you do with all them when this is over with? Like,
Is Shedeur still on his?
he didn't even come. He stayed in Dallas.
it's almost like he knew.
Well, there's some hype that said that they might have kind of told that he wasn't going to be in the first round. And so,
You don't want to be Aaron Rodgers, the last one on the couch.
yeah, casting couch.
Remember, Aaron Rodgers fell quite a bit too. I mean, he didn't fall like this, but
Yeah. And look, he's a piece of shit too.
yeah, he made a lot of money though.
He did.
But once again,
And his family doesn't- and his
Aaron
family doesn't talk to
Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is another person that he thinks he had a certain value in the market, and he realized real quick that he didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their perception and reality, your self-perception better be pretty close to reality, or that's when you're gonna like.
Yeah, you're talking about Aaron as of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another one. Like, he's such an asshole, and the way he did the Green Bay fans was dirty, and he didn't do anything in New York. And then it's like, I hope no one takes him.
And then he got his coach fired, basically.
And that guy was actually turning the Jets around, like slowly, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Like you have a cancer on it. Like if you have a cancer in your locker room, like it better be fucking worth it. You know, like if you're gonna have someone who's divisive and someone who's gonna like be a problem, they better bring wins.
Isn't that what I said? Russell Wilson's like that. Like
I think
he's a guy, like,
I think he's just weird.
well, they said like you can't you can't talk to him. Like you have to. Like I've heard he's like a weirdo. I don't know how true that is.
It's one thing if you win. It's another thing.
That's what I say, but he wins.
Like Terrell Owens was a pain in the ass for his entire career, but as soon as you don't bring, then they get rid of you. Like as soon as once again, as soon as the juice is not worth the squeeze, you're gone. Like if you're high fucking maintenance,
Like
you're gone.
AJ Brown, or what's his name? Not AJ.
Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown. Did you see he got his car stolen the other night?
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was him that got his car stolen in Philly. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking too many blows to the head. He's definitely,
Yeah, he's not like okay.
yeah.
Look, I'm fucking pretty sure that was his fucking car. They got yanked, and he put like a post about it.
But it's the same way with all. I mean, it's the same way with all players. Like if you're going to be high maintenance, you have to bring wins. If you don't bring wins, the high maintenance isn't worth for you, and that's kind of like life. Like we all have had employees that are really, really, really good, but they're also high maintenance
It was
divas.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put like a post on Twitter. He was like, "Hey, whoever yanked my car or whatever, he was like, bring it back, and it'll be fine. But if you don't, you're gonna get what you got coming or something like that." I don't know. He's
What? Okay.
yeah. I'm like, what do you got going? Like you're
Yeah. Were you going to go find him? If you could find him, you would find him. You wouldn't post on Twitter about it.
Yeah, he said, "Dear Philly, to whomever stole my car, I'll make a deal with you. Bring it back my car, and I won't press charges. Or when I find you today, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Take it or leave it, my guy." I don't. When I find it tonight, you might not ever find that car.
What kind of car was it? Is it
I don't even know.
Like was it like a Lambo or was it like
That
a
was on
Hyundai Elantra?
Bussin' with the Boys shared it.
They share some funny shit.
I don't know what his.
So this one actually says it wasn't Antonio Brown, the NFL player. It was Antonio Brown, a councilman.
Oh, because this one, Antonio Brown posted it. Yeah, that somebody stole his car. So was that your girlfriend that fucking had it misquoted there?
Maybe. Yeah.
Bitch.
I'll put her in her place.
Yeah, I don't
She
know. What,
freaking denies you this morning, and then she's wrong. God, see, she's becoming too high maintenance. Gonna have to get rid of her. Gonna have to go to Grok.
Because I don't know what Antonio Brown's like financial status is, but I assume it's not super great.
That's the thing. A lot of those guys, they have what was it, Latrell Sprewell? Like we make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money. Like that's the problem. And look, like Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom was paying like the cell phone bills for
I mean, all of his family and
for like 100 people or something. Like something ridiculous. Like it is like none of those people. The problem is that they get surrounded by all these people who are just on there for the gravy train, and as soon as that they're done making money, like they lose it. Like,
dude, remember MC Hammer?
yeah,
That's how he went broke.
All right.
Cash
so
flow and everybody else.
Antonio Brown, the councilman in Atlanta City, that happened in May of 21. He was drugged when they stole his car. And then it was the car that got stolen in Philly was A.J. Brown's car,
Yeah.
wide receiver from the Eagles.
AJ Brown, not Antonio Brown.
A.J. Brown.
Dude, I swear that said Antonio. But okay, yeah,
A.J.
that'll make more
Brown,
sense.
A.J. Brown said on social media that his car has been recovered after it was stolen early Monday morning.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, if we get 3 phones out, we'll figure out the right answer.
Yeah, we got to.
Did they say what kind of car it was?
We need a
No,
To be fair, like, so I asked
AJ Brown has a lot of money now.
He does.
when I asked GPT, I was like, "Hey, are you sure?" Because so and so posted it on their Instagram, and she was like, "Oh, hey, sorry." Essentially, you asked a stupid question. Your question was, "Did Antonio Brown's car get stolen?" And I told you no.
And it was AJ Brown. My bad. AJ Brown.
She's like, you didn't ask whose car got stolen. You asked, did Antonio Brown's car get stolen? I'm like, bitch, if you badmouth me one more time.
Did you say it backward? Did you warn her? Don't you sass me again. But yeah, so I guess we'll see what happens in the draft next couple of days. It'd be crazy if Sanders went undrafted.
Do you think that's a possibility?
Yeah. At this
mean,
point in time, it is.
I mean, think about it. You've gone through 3 rounds so far and you haven't gotten drafted.
There's 4 left.
Yeah.
So I think they go 7 rounds, right?
Yeah.
I really hope Ty Robinson gets drafted because I think Ty Robinson will be a player that's in the NFL for 10 years.
That other kid got drafted. What's his name? Amber knows his brother, kid from Bellevue. Got drafted last night, I think.
From Nebraska?
God, let me see who it is.
Who was the hype man? There was someone I saw like a little clip of a story of someone who like, I think he still got drafted in the first round towards the end, but like everyone that got drafted ahead of him, it showed them like going up past him and he was like, fuck yeah, like cheering for him and super excited.
Another dude in the green.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy was, but I saw who you're talking about.
But
though.
yeah, he was the fucking hype man for everyone getting drafted ahead of him. Like he was about it.
Xavier Watts.
I was going to say, like, is that who? I was just looking that up. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think he was from Bellevue.
Yeah, Xavier Watts is really good. I'm guessing he might. Do they say why he didn't get drafted first? But he was I think he was a 2-time All-American.
He went to the Falcons.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a safety. He's a great player. It's funny because when he went to Notre Dame, when he went at Bellevue and Nebraska was recruiting him as a receiver, Notre Dame was recruiting him as a receiver. He went there as a receiver and then switched to safety, and then he was a 2-time All-American at Notre Dame.
He had 13 interceptions and broke up 13 passes over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. He's. I just don't know. Maybe his speed isn't what they need it to be in the NFL.
When we talk about sports, we definitely need a stats.
Yeah, we need someone here.
Yeah, because we're all.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
I think Amber knew his brother.
Yeah,
AJ Brown's car was a 2022 Mercedes SUV that got stolen.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
probably worth
So
stealing.
nothing crazy.
Yeah,
That's still
It
worth
doesn't-
stealing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not crazy. It's not like he like.
Well, then I don't know how he knew where it was. I'm sure it has GPS on it,
Yeah.
so that's how he knew where it was.
It's like these people fucking keying all the Teslas. They all have cameras.
Yeah,
So okay, if you let's just say your first pick in the NFL draft and you get to buy whatever car you want, what car are you buying?
Oh, that's always a hard one. I'm not a huge sports car fan.
I'm not either. I'm getting a G-Wagon.
The G-Wagons are pretty cool.
Dude, I freaking I love it.
I'm getting their legit off-road version.
Yeah,
of
the AMG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the AMG's got like 660 horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they look like they're going to tip over. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Yeah. And they're ugly.
I don't think they're ugly at all. I like that box.
I like the look.
Why don't you go buy? They have a white one down at Mercedes. Why don't you trade your fucking Explorer in?
No, I don't have G-Wagon money. That's why I said if I.
You don't have to. That Explorer's probably worth at least like $3 to $4 grand.
how much are those AMG G wagons? They got to be
Like
like
200,000.
I was gonna
200.
say 250.
Well, so I was.
I think the non AMG used to be like $100 grand less.
So I was looking at. I don't know that G-Wagons hold their value. Like I was just like on Facebook Marketplace or something like looking for them, and there's like a 2001 G-Wagon, and it was still like 45 or 60 grand. That car's over 20 fucking years old.
How many miles?
Yeah,
Low miles? High miles?
I don't think it matters.
All these used cars are crazy right now. One of my clients has a little dealership, and he's got like an early 90s single cab, long box F-150. The motor's been redone and new tires, and they're probably going to sell it for like 10 or 12,000
It's nutty.
for like just an F-150 single cab, 4-wheel drive,
30 years old.
30 years old. Not even like it's not like a Lightning. It's not like a special edition. It's just a fucking. And dude, an 8-foot box looks like it's 10 miles long.
Oh,
You're
God,
used to, like,
yeah.
a 5.5
Actually, I have one of
foot.
those single cabs.
I was like, God damn, how big is this thing?
Yeah. So what's your car, Chris?
I was just looking at the G wagon prices. The base model is 186 as the base model, and then they can go up to 365.
Yeah.
That's
for the fully loaded
AMGs,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
AMG 63 is their
Like
really
that,
fancy one.
like that car is like more expensive than like any house I've bought.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of money for a.
I 100% would do a G-Wagon or the Land Rover Defender. They're coming back with those guys. Those are the same thing. I think it's just a big box on wheels.
Yeah, I love it.
They're fucking great.
I don't know. I'm not too bougie like that, I guess, when it comes to the cars. I would just want a really
Fucking
nice.
Civic EX.
Yeah, there you go. A little hatchback. Fuck yeah.
Get your Kia back.
Yeah. I always think like, oh, it'd be nice to have a Lambo or something, but I don't think I'd really drive it. You know what I mean?
Especially in Omaha, the roads. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd want something that I'm going to drive the shit out of. And that G-Wagon would be pretty cool. You guys are right. I didn't realize they were that neat. But
Well,
I
and
would
then-
just want something like a Raptor R or something
Well, and like
that,
the off-road
you know?
versions, like the business G-Wagons were like a German military vehicle, like
Yeah.
the Hummer, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. So I mean, they're like, especially at it would be hilarious. How much you spend on your car? $365,000 want to go off-road? And like, I'm not sure those two things are going to be. You know?
I doubt if you're going to be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go find a trail to drive my $400,000 SUV on.
I think you only do that when you have like 3 other ones.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, this is my old one.
Yeah.
And it's a year old.
Yeah.
By old, that's what I mean by old.
Yeah. So if you had like just complete fuck you money, like I would definitely have a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, the Raptor R. I like my truck, the TRX. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I would.
It's roomy. It's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been like a huge, and I don't fit in sports cars like Soup's well.
No, it'd have to be like an old muscle car. I'd do something like that.
Bench seat. Fuck yeah.
Bench seat.
Like an old Chevelle SS or something.
Oh yeah. Like Fast and Furious.
Yep. Get a Challenger.
It's not going to fall apart if you hit a pothole.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Take like an
But
old, or
they-
an old Challenger.
But they do, like if you get an old car, like and like you do hit a pothole, you feel that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you'll feel
You know
it,
what I
but
mean? Like-
you don't got to worry.
I mean the suspense, like honestly, like
Suspension's
if
just
you
the
take some of
spring.
those old old muscle cars, and then like my Explorer might beat them now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're talking
Or you're
like
taking
my.
stock.
You're going to have to soup it up. You're not going to simply
I mean,
like
you're
the
gonna have
stock
to
350.
really soup it up.
I'm
Like
gonna put a 350 motor in it, you know.
Yeah,
I-
nothing like having a
what you-
supercharger. Fucking.
What you got to
street
do
slick.
is you just got to get
9-inch rear end. Yeah.
Get a Corvette motor, is twin turbo, drop it in there. Nobody knows. You're just tootling around town. Then you stomp on the gas and
That's why-
the wheels
No,
don't
I
hit the
want
ground.
people to know. Like, I want a big fucking blower sitting out of the hood.
yeah, that I mean, but like those cars, like
But I'm
you
not
have,
driving it every day to the grocery store.
but those cars like aren't near as fast as today's cars. But if you've been in one, like the power,
Yeah.
it just feels different, and the fucking noise. I love a fucking like when you get a loud.
Dude, my buddy's dad, they rebuilt a Chevelle, and they didn't. I kept trying to talk him to supercharge, and they never did, but they bored it out. But he had, what did he call them? Like exhaust turnout. So it had normal exhaust that came out the back, but then he had a little switch on the
Yep.
inside he'd hit, and it would just cut out before the exhaust, and he just had straight pipes that came out underneath the doors.
So they on a lot of the new
King
cars, like
Pickle.
what's a Shelby?
They have their car, the GT500.
Yeah. So my buddy has one, and he has it souped up, and it has it's like 800 horse at the axle. Like it is fucking fast. Like he went to take it out, and it was like a little wet, and like it's like the first time he got on it, and he spun, and then he just wouldn't put it back in the fucking driveway. But you just have a switch, so it's like fucking loud. It has a nice purr, and then you just hit a switch, and it's like a fucking Tesla. Like there's no noise.
We were talking about like the older cars. I remember a friend of mine had a Bonneville SSEI back in the day when they made kind of that longer like Bonneville, and I thought that thing was so fast because it was like supercharged. And then you look, it has like 170 horse.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, that's like a fucking like a small Kia has one of those now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, cars. I mean, it's just like I love old cars, and I love the old muscle car, but like the new cars with like the nice suspensions. Like my first car was a '63 Ford Fairlane,
the massive.
and like I had taken a 289 out of a Mustang and boarded out to a 302, and like I thought it was, so they had no power steering, no power brakes. My fucking air conditioner was a triangle window that turned and
What?
faced you.
The old cigarette window.
The old scooper.
And then like the other air's AC was the vent I could open. Like you pulled this like lever.
Mechanical lever, yeah, just
and then
scoop
like the vent from the engine opened up. That was cooler than the fucking 100 degrees outside. But like every time you fucking hit something, like you felt it.
Yeah.
Like
But that frame was steel.
it was.
I think if I had to get like a car, I'd probably do something like a BMW, like their M7, which is just like their biggest sedan. just because it's big and roomy.
I kind of like those other ones, like not a G-Wagon, but those Lamborghini Yaris or whatever. They're like a little
Toyota
SUV.
Yaris?
No, what's that thing? But you know what I'm talking about? It's their like little SUV.
Oh, yeah.
Driving really
Lamborghini
fast.
has an SUV.
They do.
Yeah, is it a Urus? It's something like it's got a weird name like
Uranus?
that. Uranus.
Uranus?
But that's probably pretty comfortable to be in too. I mean, obviously you could get into like a fucking
Urus. U-R-U-S.
yeah. You could get into like a Rolls Royce Phantom. Now that'd be pretty fucking sweet
Yeah.
because that car's big.
It just kind of
car.
looks like a big sedan.
Yeah.
The Urus.
And I think they're fast.
Oh, hey, there's one at Woodhouse for
For-
$260. It's got 3,000 miles on it.
Oh,
And it's a 20.
brand
It's a,
fucking used. What
it's
a piece of shit.
It's a 23
What a piece
for
of shit. I'm not buying that.
$260.
If it wasn't used, I'd probably look at it. That's not even a very cool one. And also, Rolls Royce makes an SUV. Also, it's pretty cool. I've seen.
Yeah, there's some pretty sweet cars out there, and honestly, like for the value, for the
If
price,
I buy a Rolls Royce, though, I'm getting a driver.
yeah.
I feel like if you have a Rolls Royce, you have to have a driver because it has that fucking suicide door on the back
Oh yeah.
where the umbrella ejects out of the door. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, what was that?
That little push button and the umbrella comes out of the door.
Which car was? What was that? It was an HBO show. There's like 4 guys that were like, one was an actor.
Oh, yeah. It was based off Mark Wahlberg's life when he moved there. Entourage. Fuck,
Entourage.
like, that's
yeah.
such a great
that,
movie.
That car that they drive in with the suicide doors. That,
Oh, that's an old Lincoln. He's got that Lincoln
Yeah.
Town Car. He has the black one convertible.
and they get out there and like
They open all the doors?
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
And or the Maybach, that one where it's got like the reclining seats in the back,
Yeah.
or one of those Mercedes that has like the fucking doors that open up like a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Those are cool too.
I do feel like dollar for dollar though, sports car, like the new Corvettes are like dollar for dollar, probably the best one.
Probably some of your best buy.
I mean, because they're
They
like,
just don't look like Corvettes anymore.
I know that's why I like them, but I've never been a Corvette person. I was never a Corvette person.
I
until,
never
like, the
thought
new
they would.
ones.
I never thought they'd get rid of the round taillights. I just thought that was going to be like their staple thing forever.
Yeah, I think the new Corvettes are sweet.
Yeah, they look a lot more like the foreign sports cars.
Yeah, but I mean,
It looks like
I know
Lotus.
it's still
It kinda looks like a
expensive,
Lotus.
but like $125,000 for a vet.
250.
Yeah, like it's like dollar for dollar. Like that's
Yeah.
Especially if you get into the Z06s and stuff like that.
yeah.
So, what do you got going on over there, Chris?
I'm trying to figure out what the horsepower is in that. Oh, there we go. 611
On the
horses
Urus?
on the Urus. It's got a twin turbo.
So
V8.
okay, you have a goddamn SUV that's running 600 horse. You know what I mean? Or
And it's probably all-wheel drive,
actually-
right?
It's all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Actually, my buddy has one. He has the Jeep Trackhawk.
Oh,
So it's a goddamn Cherokee with like 800 horse.
Yeah.
I know the only sad part is the deceiving part of it. Like my truck's like 700, but like you lose like what is it like 10 to 15%
At the wheel.
to the wheel.
yeah.
So I mean it's still like 5 something, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But those Trackhawks, and he bought it for his wife, and his wife doesn't like drive very fast, but his wife will say like people who know it will pull it next to it and like want to like race. Like I want to see this.
I had somebody in one of those Jeeps, the SRTs that
Yeah.
had the. I was at like a stop sign and I just heard this like woo, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like looking around. It's just the Jeep next to me. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, they do some pretty cool things with cars, but
yeah." I just think if you're just like a person of any size, like a sports car is probably not like a Ferrari or something like that's probably not your go-to
Even
move.
if you fit once you're in there, like you still got to get down
Dude, I tried to get
and
in-
out.
and now you just like roll. I need to have a pad that would roll out so I could just fucking fall.
Did you ever see like Shaq? Like Shaq was doing this thing where he's getting in like little cars, and it is hilarious. I think in Shaq's car, like there's no front seat. Like
Yeah,
he sits in the back.
It's like
seat.
Hightower on Police Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drives that fucking.
He's got some custom-made cars, I think.
Yeah, he just had one. He was talking about just a custom-made Escalade or something.
I think it was, yeah, because he's like, oh, I can't fit no Escalade, and then they.
Yeah, because remember he
yeah.
ordered 2. He forgot that he ordered 2,
Yeah.
and the guy's like, "You'll fit," and he's like, "I don't think I'm gonna fit." And he's like, "You'll fit." He's like, "All right, if I fit, you can keep the other one," or some shit like that. And then he fit in it.
He forgot he ordered an Escalade.
That
See,
must
that's
be
the kind of fucky money I'm talking about.
2.
Right.
He ordered 2. He
Yeah,
forgot.
he forgot he ordered an extra Escalade.
Have you ever seen when Jesse James built that chopper for him, and Jesse's trying to sit on it, he can't reach the foot pegs
oh, I
because he
did
did the custom one for Shaq. Yeah, one of my clients used to have one of those Porsche Dakars, the off-road ones where you could change the suspension, and I tried to get in that, and that was a real
real pickle.
ordeal.
Yeah.
Getting in and then getting out was worse. Like Matt said, they need to have like
And
when you open the
eject
door,
button.
you know when they open up the like when a plane crashes and that fucking inflatable slide shoots out of the side. That's what needs to happen.
So you can just roll out.
Just roll out and then have like a handlebar at the end. I can
Or
stand
have
up.
some kind of pneumatic lift on the chair. So
Yeah.
the chair just kind of comes up and swigs out and pivots.
That's where those guys that made all the lowriders. Remember the lowriders have the swivel seats in
Yeah.
the back, or that like leg press we used at Elite Fitness. We had to lay on the floor and roll out of it. Yeah, but we'll see what happens in the draft.
I really hope Ty Robinson, well, I hope he goes to the Chiefs.
Did Nash go even attempt to go into the draft or not?
They all have their name in there.
Did they? I didn't because I know he didn't get invited to the.
We only had two. I think we only have two players that were ranked in the top 200, and it was Ty, who is somewhere between 50 and 120, depending on the ranking, and then Fedoni.
I saw Iowa State and Iowa had somebody go last night.
Yep, Iowa State had a receiver go, maybe.
And then Iowa State's running or Iowa's running back went. But it's obviously offensive and defensive line heavy this year. I feel like.
Well, we all know that's where it wins. That's where you win.
I feel
You
like
win.
that one round he just kept looking. It was like edge rusher. It's just all edge guys were going. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, when you watch the Philadelphia Eagles just dominate with 4 up front, and it makes everything easier, everyone's going to copy. Like now, everyone's like, okay, D line. I mean, it's a monkey see, monkey do league.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
We saw the downfall of the Chiefs.
Yes, offensive line. But they did get an offensive lineman and a defensive tackle and an edge rusher in their first 3 picks. And
Did they get a
quarterback.
tight end?
No,
They should.
they have one.
The elder?
No, not Kelsey. Gray.
Okay.
Yeah, he's serviceable.
Yeah. Felt there's a lot of confidence in that right now.
She's got a nice personality. That's what that felt like.
All right, guys, got anything else?
Just keep getting shot down by ChatGPT over there, man.
You guys good?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share, follow.
Happy 2-month anniversary.
Yeah, to Matt and chat. Okay, we appreciate you listening. We'll see you next time.